Hey everybody, it's Mike over here at Growtopia, and today we are inside the nursery, and I actually want to show you guys some cool stuff that I got growing on in here. So this tray over here is these guys have only been in here for 4 days. We planted them on 8/20, it's 8/24 today, and you can see the growth. These are the Tamilias. The Tamilias are like this little tiny green tomato that has like a shell on it, like a plastic. It's got like a leafy covering on it. I've never seen them before in real life, and I've never grown them, so this is a first for me. But I've seen photos of them, so they look cool. But you can see right down in there, there's another one. And in there, a couple more slipping out. And we come over to the jalapeno. There's one right there. Tray is pretty quiet. So basically I'm just going to plop you guys here for right now, and I'm going to go through all my trays. I'm going to try to keep my phone from falling over. It seems like no matter what phone I buy, it will do the same thing. And what's stupid is I can literally stick this thing on my bed and it will stay in one spot, but God forbid I try to stick it anyplace else and it just wants to fall over. I literally can stick it on my mattress and it just sits there. I try to stick it on a flat surface, it's like, whee, fall over. Anyway, so now that being that these guys are out, one of the things I just want to come in here and make sure everything's watered. Now, I do have my spray, but I'm actually just going to go in there with a can and just quickly water. Now, it looks like a lot of water, but being that these will sit with the dome on top of them, and I probably won't water until next Saturday, it'll be fine. Okay, and that's good. Looks like a lot, like I said, it looks like a lot of water, but because they will sit under the dome like such all week long into next weekend, that it will not affect it whatsoever. Now, of course, when you grab one, and they're not always the same, but you grab it, you see the amount of condensation that's on it. I like to take it, even then, that adds right back into the plants. So just put the cover off to the side. And let's flip these guys around. Let's see what we got going on in here. Now, we got some more cool stuff. We have a super sweet 100 tomato going. Another super sweet. Another super sweet. We have rainbow Swiss chard. Oh, well, I keep forgetting I have the camera facing me as well, and you guys are like, Jesus, this guy's got to trim his nose hairs. Here's the rainbow Swiss chard that's over here, it's over here, and all these were literally planted on 8/20. Everybody got JP's secret stuff. Is the fertilizer that I'm using is the pre-fertilizer. So, like, you know, I rough the bag up, I sprinkle some of it on, and then I mix it up, and then I put the seeds in, and I cover it at the height that they're supposed to be at in 4 days later. Here is another tomato. This is a mortgage. I know. Step back from the camera. Right back. This is the mortgage lifter that's slowly coming up. This is a green zebra tomato. Got another green back here. We got another mortgage lifter. We have a Rio Grande tomato. I could see one in there, and there's one back here. Coolio. No, stay still. Quit this shit. So there's a lot of cool little things I got growing on in here. Now this one, for some reason, I'm guessing maybe the last one I didn't water that much from the gecko. So I'm not gonna put a lot of water in this one. I'm just actually gonna run it right across the middle. Maybe that's what I'll do. Run across the middle, and then that'll be fine literally all week long. And that humidity will just work perfect on it. And then starting, because these guys are going to be in here for a while. But I mean, this is only 4 days in, and we have a lot of growth. So I'm not sure exactly how long they are going to be inside those. But one of the things I am doing, if you guys can actually see me, I don't know if you can or not, but I bought these little tiny containers. I'm gonna walk over here. Yeah, okay. So I bought these little containers for planting. And what's great with these is that I could stick a lot of my stuff from outside. See, as winter's coming, I want to bring my stuff in. So I've like my basil I want to bring in. You could overwinter your basil. You could overwinter tomatoes. You could overwinter everything. You know, it's, people do greenhouses. It's the same concept. So I will be putting them in here. And then, if you're wondering how do I put them on the shelf, well, the same trays that I put my pods in, they fit inside them, like that. Perfectly, right? It was like a match made in heaven. They fit perfectly inside here. Now, of course, that's really tight for plants. And I could always obviously do that. Or, what I could also do is take out the pod holder and just stick them in here freely as well. The problem is you go to move them around and I want it full. So being that they fit nice and perfect inside of here, I could literally just stick them inside like such. So I have that rack over there that's meant for the ones that are coming in. So I could just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and probably 7, 8 to space them out, depending on how much room they need, especially with the basil, because basils that I have are kind of small, but basils could be really big. So, and if you guys have the same trays that I have, the 15 cell trays, I will drop this link obviously in the description below. It's I think it's like 200 of these. I went for the multicolored pack, so I have literally the black ones, I got the orangish red ones, and I got the green ones. Comes with a multicolored pack, so you can pick which ones you want on which day you feel like picking them. They stack really nice, and that's it. So let's get back to the other trays. I just want to show you guys that, because I found that out the other day, and I thought that was really cool how they actually fit inside each other. And I didn't buy them with that mindset in mind. I just bought them because I need them for transplanting. And then when I was sitting there, actually I think it was last night, I came in here and I was looking at stuff, and then I saw that and I was like, holy shit. So this over here is one of my other experimental seed spots. And basically what's going on in here is a lot of different stuff. I'm going to grab you so you guys can see what's going on in this thing. So I have this bag. The reasoning for this bag is it's for the temperature control. So when you run these temperatures control units, it goes down into a thermometer, which is over here. This is a thermometer. And you're going to watch when I hold it. If you're also wondering if you have a fever, this is probably a good thing to use as well. You could stick it in your tongue or your butt, whichever thing you preference. So, to keep the trays running at a certain temp or constantly reheating, like this one for an example, this one's still heating. Which I might actually just end up killing this one shortly because nothing's going on. So I'm basically thinking that everybody is like a dud in here. And I'm just going to shut the grow lights off. Actually, I'm just going to kill the whole power to this section. So being that everything is on, you know, like I've said, is on a surge protector, I could just boom and click it and just kill it all. So I'm just going to shut the lights off like such. Kill that. Normally this window's open, but I closed the shade because the way the sun was coming in, I couldn't really see what I was doing. So being I don't need to run the power and just waste electricity, and it's not for an environmental thing, it's more financially. I don't want to pay money for something I'm not using. So Call me green, but I like my money. So what we got in here, we got guava, we got grape, we got mulberry, and we got kiwi. And I need a sip of coffee. So those are seeds that came out of a seed packet, that came out of a seed starter variety mix. And you'll see the seed packets, they're extremely bleak. So, like I said, everybody got planted at the same time, so I'm just gonna move the tags over. Now, there's nothing on these other than it's just a paper towel, the seeds, sprayed it with water, threw a dome on top. So let's see what we got going on in here. Well, I could say nothing really much other than probably mold. We got moldberry instead of mulberry. Grapes aren't really doing anything. Kiwi isn't. Could be just too much moisture. So I'm just going to toss that back over because I'm not going to lie, it is pretty damp. And I'm going to just stick these guys back on here. I'll take my bag. I'm going to toss that back on there, but I'm going to leave the cover off for now, just to try to cool it down as much as I can. Not cool it down, but kind of eliminate some of the moisture on it. Hook the bag back up, and I'm going to grab the next one from the next shelf. Alright. Alright, next one we got here. These are my beets. Now, remember how I was talking about before how the beets were beating my ass this year? And the reason why is I started listening to too many people. Of course, I'm making a video hoping that people listen to me, but I don't want people to listen to me and do exactly what I say. I want people to take what I say and choose if you want to do it or not, just from my experience. That's all I'm showing is my experience. So, speaking of my experience, as you could tell, that these guys got nothing going on over here, but over here, and here, and here, and there's one over here, there's one over here, one back here. These beets were literally plopped in here from a seed on 520. So we have Detroit dark red is these guys running across the Detroit dark red. We got bull's blood in the back, and then we got in the middle, I'm sorry, and we just got unlabeled beet seeds. And there was no soaking of these seeds whatsoever. I didn't soak them in water. I didn't put them in the refrigerator or the freezer. I just literally took them from the seed packet, stuck them in here. 4 days later, this is what happened. So, soaking your beet seeds to make your beets germinate faster, to me, is a bunch of poppycock. Because the beets that I have outside, that I soaked in water, cold water, cool water, in the fridge, outside the fridge, in the dining room, in a living room, in a warm room, everything everybody has ever said. And the results that I got was nothing. Not a single thing sprouted. Now, you could always say that it could be the seeds. Possibly, I agree with that. Honestly, don't think it was the seeds. I honestly believe that it had nothing to do with the seeds at all. It was just they don't need to germinate that way. You know, if you think about a lot of stuff that grows in nature, and yes, a lot of this stuff is heirloom and it's hybrid, so it doesn't have that same growing in nature-ness like it was supposed to be. But the stuff that grows in nature, if it's a seed that's on the ground, this goes into using your grow lights. If it's a seed that's on the ground, or got pooped out of a bird or a squirrel or a rabbit, it's on the ground in the soil, and the sun doesn't just say, hey, wait, we have a tomato seed over here. The sun's not going to shine on this side for 7 days. Same thing when it's raining. Oh my God, we can't get water on the leaves. What do you do when it rains? Put an umbrella. I'm protecting my tomatoes with an umbrella. Come on, people. I don't know what crack they're smoking. If it grows in nature one way, follow the way that nature lets it grow. So all my germination is under lights, because if it was outside, it's going to be under the sun. So not much going on here. It is a basil cinnamon. I can slowly see something coming out of there. You can just about see the basil cinnamon in there. And then these are red basil leaves. Focus. See, you can just about see them in there. Let's match the soil. It's a basil that has a red leaf on it. These bags were reused. That's why they look nice and green. And looks like there's a parsley kind of sneaking up out of there. I wish I could select autofocus on stuff when I'm recording. You know, just tap the screen. Won't let me do it. I tap the screen and it just does diddly squat. But if you try to take a photo, you could tap the screen and so on and so forth. So now I haven't used any of my fertilizer that I use, my liquid fertilizer yet, other than I'm waiting for it to defrost. I'll probably use that next weekend, next Saturday. This Saturday is just more or less checking, recording, watering, and doming. Doming. Alright. Come hither. Okie dokie. Now, another one that has no condensation, which is always a red flag of needs watering. But if you look at this extremely strangeness that's growing on here, this is basically like mold. I've had this already once before trying to plant these citronella seeds, and literally nothing happened. Now, this is the first time the borage that I planted is just freaking cranking along. It's just cranking. And a lot of this stuff is going to spend a lot of time in the nursery before it goes outside. But yeah. So I got these citronella seeds that honestly aren't going to do anything. Didn't get them from any place reputable. Got them from Amazon. And on Amazon, it shows people basically complaining that, you know, oh, you know, the seeds are garbage. They're not even citronella. Nothing, you know, nothing ever grows. And I have yet, out of all the seeds, ever had them grow. So I took all the seeds I had left, and I just filled 6 bags with all the seeds. If they grow, cool. If they don't grow, I don't care. I just reuse the bag and put something else in it. But when you see that kind of weird discoloration, it's like a mold that's going on in there. And you can leave the cover on it. Doesn't really make a difference, honestly. Ain't gonna make, you know, ain't gonna harm anything. Just gotta put my thermometer back in. Always use the same hole that you used before. You don't want to start sticking stuff in new holes. The more holes you make, the worse your outcome will be, because you could accidentally screw up your plants if you keep trying to put the thermometer in different holes. Alright, from another tray, another rack, we have another set of stuff growing on here. We got pumpkin that hasn't done anything yet. I was wondering if I planted pumpkin seeds. I guess I did. We got snow sugar peas. They're starting to pop up. And like I said, all these are planted 820. You can see the growth on them. There's a cucumber back there. Garden bean. Just trying to come out. There's another one down there. There's another one that may or may not pop up. These are the Luna carrots. So what I did was to try to simulate a board trick is I put the tops of the cloth over it, and you can see a little bit of growth. So the board trick is you put a board over your seeds. You literally put your carrot seeds on top, and then you put a board on top of it and keep it moist. So that's exactly what I'm trying to simulate by that. And then I just come back in, and this is where I will use the spray bottle, and ow, motherfucker, motherfucker, I'll fall over and nail me. But you could see as I carefully move it, you could see that my experiment worked. They're sprouting. See that? Those sprouts. So I'm going to let it go for a few more days like this, and then I can take the tops off. You know, the top of the bag off. So if you're trying to get your carrot seeds to germinate inside, and you're using these bags, keep the tops, and then just lay the seeds on top, tap them lightly so that they kind of stay into the soil, and then just fold the bag over the tops of the seeds, and you're good to go. Because obviously that worked perfect, and that's freaking awesome right there. Come on. All right. Another one down. 2 more to go, people, and then we're done. Alrighty, what do we got? I see some green in here. I am seeing green. Wow. Oh, of course, it's lettuce. Lettuce. So we got lettuce. This would be the lettuce that I've been harvesting constantly out there. We have red romaine running up the center. We got some iceberg lettuce. Yet again, we've seen some of this moldy stuff again. Nothing sprouting yet. Oh, wait. We got Walla Walla onion. We got little sprouts in there. And that's about it. I'm not really seeing much at all. I'm gonna have to get some more water. But this lettuce that I grow is the oops, Jesus, don't do that. Is the black seeded lettuce. I know lettuce and I have like really bad understanding. It was a red romaine. It's fine. We got one back here. There's a lot of them together. I'm gonna grab more water. And as you can see, there's a lot of clusters, and I know everybody talks about thinning, but thinning is the worst thing to do. If you want to separate your plants, you can just break the bags open, take out the roots, and just put the roots in different spots. Don't thin them. I couldn't touch your ass, I was in Florida. You touched my ass, I know you did. Fucker. Yeah, but it is a good opener though. Should start using that. Anyway. Oh shit. So, that is that for those guys. We got more water. We got one more tray to go. But yeah, I use the black seeded lettuce as kind of like my main go-to lettuce. And I really like it, so that's why I use it. Obviously, if you don't like something, why should you be using it? And a lot of this stuff that I got growing in here is actually going to be staying in here year-round. Or staying in here till next season is what I'm sort of trying to do. Is to keep as much as I can growing in here till next season. And I still have room on other platforms, you know, for growing stuff. Like, I doubt like the grape and the kiwi seeds are going to do anything. I think they're just duds, but I figured, you know, hell, why not? Anyway, so we have sage. You could just about almost see them down there. Very lightly. There's a little green guy. There's a little green guy here. I don't know what that is coming out of the ground. But we have oregano. Oregano is perennial, which is nice. So is rosemary. So you can see the oregano is coming up, and the rosemary really hasn't done anything yet. A lot of this stuff actually might take 7 to 14 days. So being that we're seeing it after like 3 to 4 days is pretty damn good. So anyway, guys, that wraps up for today's video on Mike over in Growtopia inside the nursery, showing you guys what we got going on and my point of views and my feelings on different things and my excitement for what to come. So next Saturday around this time, I'll be shooting another video of what is growing on inside the nursery, so you guys can see the evolution of things. And then I'm probably gonna get rid of these guys here, and yeah. So anyway, guys, have a great weekend. See you in the next video. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family, ring the bell, comment below, tell me your experiences, give me your thoughts, your concerns, anything. Oh, you're not age. Later.